పాకిస్తాన్తో భారత్ వ్యవహరించిన కఠిన వైఖరిపై సర్వత్రా హర్షం వ్యక్తమవుతోంది. ఉగ్రవాదాన్ని పెంచి పోషిస్తున్న దాయాది దేశానికి సరైన విధంగా బదులు చెప్పిందని ప్రశంసల జల్లు కురుస్తోంది. ఈ క్రమంలోనే భవిష్యత్తులోనూ భారత్ ఇదే వైఖరి కొనసాగించాలని అంటున్నారు జాతీయ భద్రతా సలహా మండలి సభ్యుడు తిలక్ దేవశర్. పాక్పై మరింత ఒత్తిడి పెంచాలంటే అంతర్జాతీయంగా ఆ దేశాన్ని ఏకాకిని చేయాలని సూచిస్తున్న ఆయనతో ఈటీవీ ముఖాముఖి.
భారత్ పాకిస్తాన్ మధ్య రోజురోజుకి సంబంధాల విషయంలో అనుమానాలు, అదేవిధంగా ప్రస్తుతం నెలకొన్న పరిస్థితుల్లో ఏ విధంగా ఉండబోతుంది భారత్ అదేవిధంగా పాకిస్తాన్ మధ్య సంబంధాలు, ప్రస్తుత పరిస్థితులు ఎటువైపు దారి తీయబోతున్నాయనేది తన ఆలోచనలు పంచుకునేందుకు ప్రస్తుతం మనతోటి నేషనల్ సెక్యూరిటీ అడ్వైజర్ కౌన్సిల్ మెంబర్గా పనిచేస్తున్నటువంటి తిలక్ దేవేశ్వర్ గారు ఉన్నారు. యు అబ్జర్వ్డ్ ద రీసెంట్ డెవలప్మెంట్స్ బిట్వీన్ ఇండియా అండ్ పాకిస్తాన్. So what you are sharing this, how do you look about these moments?
You know, for me the most critical and important thing is that after many decades, for the first time, we have broken our restraint, the shackles that we had put on ourselves, that we will not react to Pakistan's sponsorship of terrorism. We have broken that, and we have now hit Pakistan inside Pakistan, not even in POK, but inside Pakistan. This is actually a paradigm shift in Indo-Pak relations and in Pakistan's strategy. Because Pakistan all these years, the strategy was based on one fundamental premise, that India will not retaliate because of the fear of escalating to the nuclear level. Now India has said nothing of the sort. You conduct terrorism against us and we will hit you inside Pakistan where it hurts you the most. So now Pakistan will have to think very seriously that can they continue putting terrorism against India, that India will now react again. And again and again.
So is any chances to come war between India and Pakistan?
I don't think so. I think let's take at Pakistan first of all. Pakistan's economy is in a very bad shape. As you must have also read about, you know, they are going around begging for money from their friends from Saudi Arabia, UAE and China. They will have to go to the IMF. They cannot afford to have a war. And what do they have a war for? When people say these are terrorist training camps and people are killing the terrorists, they have got no justifiable basis for war. India doesn't want war. We've always believed in trying to live with our neighbors with peace. But if somebody keeps putting the knife into you, you will react.
Whether India has financial capability to bear war burden, is that right?
Yeah, certainly much more than Pakistan anyway. Much more. You see, war is destructive of any country. It bleeds the country economically.
Yes.
That money which you could have spent on development, you will now spend on war fighting, and you know it will get spent in that.
Sir.
No country wants war because of the fire. But if it comes to that, India is in a far better position economically.
Sir, what is the way forward for from us?
You know, our side is now that we have shown this resolve and taken this courageous decision to hit Pakistan, we should continue with this. Next time also there is a terrorist incident, Pakistan must be made to aware that we will do it again and again and again till they stop this terrorism thing.
Sir, how to control the Pakistan to helping to terrorists and saving them and funding them? How to control the international community also?
Yeah, international community has to play a large role, because so long as it has friends like China, for example, who you know looks the other way, and if they continue to back Pakistan, then Pakistan will feel I can continue doing what I am doing. But if the international community, especially the United States, the European Union, the UK and other countries continue to put pressure on Pakistan. You see, because even the Pakistan army, it may be very slick and very professional looking army, but unless if it doesn't have any money, it cannot survive.
Yes.
So if you tighten the international screws of finance, that is one way, that's the only way to make Pakistan behave. Internal crisis in Pakistan is increasing a lot. You know, they have big problem, looming water crisis. Water availability is reducing. 50% of their children are out of schools. And those who go to school, about 60% dropout rate is there. The labor force, only about 3.5% of the labor force are graduates. Rest all are either primary or middle pass. So in a globalized and technological world, with this kind of a labor force, how can you so they have a lot of internal problems happening today. And that is something that they need to pay far more greater attention to. So if the international community also puts pressure, something can be done.
So how do we move diplomatic ways, sir?
Diplomatic ways, we continue to make very clear to Pakistan. You cannot continue on this path. If you do, we will hit you again and again and again. Like I said, Second, the international community, we have to apprise the international community. But this is what Pakistan is doing. Here is the proof. And everybody, international community knows, the US knows, the European Union knows what Pakistan is doing. They have to now ensure that they put sufficient pressure on Pakistan to change its behavior. And I think even China, which is an all-weather friend of Pakistan, is getting embarrassed.
Sure.
Because China wants to have economic development. It doesn't want to get distracted. And in its own Chinese are being targeted in Pakistan. So it also wants to tell, but it tells it in a very soft manner to Pakistan.
Sir, past 70 years, many people saying that negotiations. But how we are not successing in the negotiations between Pakistan and India?
You see, Indian nationalism is territorial. We have our territory. We don't want anybody else's territory, but we will not give up an inch of our territory.
Yes.
Pakistani nationalism is religious. It is not territorial. They think that Jammu and Kashmir, because it is a Muslim majority state, should become part of Pakistan. So between India and Pakistan, there is no meeting ground. We are running on parallel tracks. There is no meeting ground. They want to talk about Kashmir, only how to take Kashmir into Pakistan. It's not going to happen. We are never going to give up Kashmir.
Yes.
We will talk about the area under their illegal occupation. That is Pakistan occupied Jammu and
Yes.
Kashmir. So again, there is no meeting point. So what do you talk to them about? As neighbors, yes, you need to talk about people who cross the border, this trade or visas, issues like that. But on fundamental issues, there is no meeting ground between the two.
Sir, here another one thing, that results, everything, discussions, everything is going on. But can you suggest some long-term and short-term measures? What is the good and what is the bad for the Pakistan and India relations?
As per the Indus Water Treaty, whatever the water, the rivers have been shared. We have 3 rivers, they have 3 rivers.
Yes.
But we are not fully utilizing our rivers' waters.
Okay.
In the eastern rivers, a lot of water still flows down from the Ravi into Pakistan. We need to stop that and give that water, share it between Punjab, Haryana and Jammu and Kashmir. So that will impact. And we also need to work with Afghanistan, because water from the Kabul river is also going into Afghanistan, into Pakistan, and they treat the entire water as theirs. If Afghanistan builds dams in their territory, some water will be stored there. That again will impact Pakistan. So this is one long-term measure. Second, we are, whether it's the Financial Action Task Force, whether it is the IMF, or whether it's the European Union, we need to exercise our influence on the economic policies to ensure that Pakistan does not get a free ride. That if they are going to not behave properly international standards, then they must pay the consequences for that. So these are some of the long-term measures. Then diplomatically also, we should keep briefing the other international community.
Sir, recent times, this for 1 week, 10 days means that America is supporting India in many ways. Either it is diplomatic or is a defense way. Some they are most concerning to India. That we believe them.
We have no reason to disbelieve. In fact, as President Trump also yesterday or day before,
Sir.
when he said that some good news will be there and something will happen. So I think US has been working behind the scenes. The statements that have come out from the United States State Department have been very positive in our support, that we totally support India.
Yes.
The United States is very keen, President Trump is very keen right now to pull out US forces from Afghanistan before the next presidential elections. So for that, they feel that they require Pakistan's assistance.
Yes.
So Pakistan feels they can leverage that and neutralize the US. But the United States has gone beyond that Afghanistan thing and so come out fully in support and said that the Indian attack inside Pakistan is fully justified. So that must have come as a big shock to Pakistan.
Yes. Sir, Imran Khan saying that peace negotiations, I want peace negotiations. Is that right thing? And is that we believe Imran Khan?
Imran Khan is a puppet. He is what's called a mukhota, just a mask. The real power is with the army.
Sir.
He is reading out the script which is given to him by the army. So when he says something, it means nothing. And because if they wanted peace, then they will not be trying to hit us all the time. You can't, on the one hand say we want peace, on the other hand you're trying to harm us.
Yes.
So unless and until they demonstrate by action on the ground, by dismantling the terror network, by arresting Hafiz Saeed and this Masood Azhar, Sayyid Salahuddin and people like that, and take action, try them, put them behind bars.
సో ఇది సార్ చెప్తుంది, మొత్తం చూసుకుంటే పాకిస్తాన్లో అంతర్గతంగా జరుగుతున్నటువంటి యుద్ధం అది టెర్రరిజానికి ఎఫెక్టివ్గా పనిచేస్తుంది. అదే రీతిలో ప్రస్తుతం పనిచేస్తున్నటువంటి అదేవిధంగా పీస్ టాక్స్, శాంతి చర్చల పేరుతోటి ఇమ్రాన్ ఖాన్ మాట్లాడటం కూడా ఒక మాస్క్ ద్వారా ఏదైతే ఆర్మీ చెప్తుందో దాన్ని బయటికి చెప్తున్నారు తప్ప అంతకుమించి తనకంటూ సొంత అభిప్రాయం లేని పరిస్థితి ఈరోజు పాకిస్తాన్లో నెలకొందని. ఇదే రీతిలో కొనసాగితే భారతదేశం ఎన్నిసార్లైనా దాడి చేయడానికి, ఇదే రీతిలో సమాధానం చెప్పడానికి సిద్ధంగా ఉండాల్సినటువంటి పరిస్థితులు నెలకొన్నాయని చెప్తా ఉన్నారు. కెమెరామెన్ సుర్జిత్ సింగ్తో అరుణ్ కుమార్, ఈటీవీ న్యూస్, న్యూఢిల్లీ.